creating custom Pokemon for you! Welcome back, everyone, to the show where we select lucky commenters to spin a series of random wheels that give us factors for a Pokemon that we then create just for you. It's gonna be an awesome episode today, y'all. We're gonna make 3 amazing custom Pokemon as always, so I hope you enjoy, and if you end up wanting a custom Pokemon for yourself, then don't forget to leave a comment because I'll be randomly selecting people from this video's comments for the next episode. But without further ado, let's get into the first Pokemon. And today's first Pokemon will be for Dan Kasruma. I've actually never seen JoJo's, but if enough of you want a region based on it, I'm super down. But alright, Dan, let's start by getting the power level of your Pokemon, and you're going to be a convergent evolution. Awesome. And it means that now we have to spin this wheel to see what generation of Pokemon we'll be making a convergent for, and it's Gen 3. So now we'll spin this wheel that has every single Gen 3 Pokemon on it, and we got Plusle. I'll be honest, that might be one of the most odd results we could have got. And now let's see what typing we'll be giving to this convergent Plusle. Your first up is the flying type. This is not getting any easier, and flying fairy type. Alright, I think this is one of the weirdest prompts we've ever gotten already. And the last step, before we see which Pokemon looks like, let's see if it has an X Factor, and you do a Mega Evolution. This is insane. This Pokemon is a lot to shoulder. Your Pokemon is Plusle, the good influence Pokemon. These Pokemon are known to be in a constant pursuit of performing good deeds and spreading positivity across the Pokemon world. And they even try to get others to do the same, rewarding people and Pokemon alike with extra berries and other prizes when they make good decisions. But of course, for every good deed a Plusle does, its counterpart does the opposite. Introducing Minus, the bad influence Pokemon. This mischievous little demon loves to stir up Poké-drama, instigating fights among people and Pokemon before laughing maniacally while watching its rage bait pay off. And you think these two Pokemon would be mortal enemies? But they're actually known to get along quite well, as Plusle keeps Minus from going too far with its provoking, and Minus helps Plusle have a little fun from time to time. And when Plusle is exposed to Plusite, it'll evolve into Mega Plusle, a Pokemon with such an intense positive aura that it causes everyone around it to become so overly generous that it actually ends up being kind of creepy. But when Minus is exposed to Minite, it'll evolve into Mega Minus, a Pokemon with such an intense negative aura that it causes total anarchy wherever it goes. And this forces Mega Plusle and Minus to always travel together when Mega evolves, as when in close proximity, their auras will cancel each other out. In terms of stats, Mega Plusle has very good special attack and special defense while also being pretty fast. However, Mega Minus has high physical attack and defense while also being decently bulky. And for the shinies, I thought it'd be cool to swap their color palette. But now let's get into the second Pokemon. But first, I have to tell you about the biggest update ever coming to today's video sponsor, Old School Runescape. Because for the first time ever, a new skill is being added to the game. Old School Runescape is easily one of my favorite games of all time. I basically played it my whole life, which is why I was absolutely gobsmacked when I saw the new sailing skill getting added in the upcoming November 19th update. Because y'all, this is not just a new skill, it's an entire new world getting unlocked. Players can now take control of their very own ship and set sail across the oceans of Galanor for the very first time. An ocean that's absolutely chock full of new things to do. You can explore undiscovered islands, which will contain never-before-seen NPCs and quests. There will be mysterious riddles to solve, and of course, loot to plunder. You'll also fight never-before-seen monsters like sharks, ice dragons, griffins, and a kraken. Good thing that while you progress, you'll be able to upgrade and customize your ship. In fact, you can even hire NPCs to help out on your ship, or recruit your friends instead to form your very own ship crew. But what's most exciting about the sailing skill is it makes right now the absolute best time ever to get into Old School RuneScape for the first time. Because first off, it's a new skill, so everybody's going to be starting at 0, so you don't have to feel left behind. But it's also just adding so much content to the game that you'll be able to discover all this new stuff for the first time alongside the community, which is a very special experience that happens very rarely in gaming, so I, for one, am not gonna miss it. So if you're interested at all, make sure to use the link in my description to download Old School RuneScape, and do it quick because the sailing update is out right now. And today's second Pokemon will be for Camilo Losada, who binged the entire series in 3 days? That's crazy. And let's celebrate this achievement by getting the power level of your Pokemon, and you are going to be regular. And now let's see how many times your Pokemon can evolve, and you are going to get 1, which makes you a 2-stage evolution line. Now let's see what typing your Pokemon's going to be. Your first type is the electric type. I do think that's one of the more rare types in our region, so that's good. An electric fighting type. That is very cool typing. And the last step, before we see which Pokemon looks like, let's see if it has an X Factor, and you do, a signature new mechanic. That could be anything. It's alive! The first stage of your Pokemon is Voltorb, the Frankenstein Pokemon. For an unevolved Pokemon, Voltorb packs a serious punch, as its physical strength rivals and even surpasses many of the fully evolved beasts in the Pokemon world. However, Voltorb is held back by the fact that it's not exactly the brightest bulb in the box. Yes, it appears this Pokemon's brain operates at a very low frequency, causing its reaction speed to be incredibly slow, and its decision-making to be incredibly bad. And you've no doubt noticed the battery that appears on its body. A battery that's actually part of its new mechanic, where in order to evolve Voltorb, you will have to get its battery fully charged. A feat that can only be accomplished by absorbing 3 electric type attacks in the same battle. After which Voltorb will evolve into Frankenstein. Now surging with electrical energy, this Pokemon is so powerful that it can level entire buildings with a single punch. And while its intelligence could still use some work, it's still an incredibly monstrous Pokemon that you should do your best to avoid. In terms of stats, Frankenstein has absolutely insane physical attack, but its slow decision making has made it very slow. And for the shiny, I went with this dark green color as a reference to how Frankenstein's monster is usually depicted. But now let's get into the third Pokemon. But before we get into that, it's time for the member modifier. This is the segment of the show where we take a fan favorite Pokemon from a previous episode in the series and give it a brand new upgrade. Today I had my channel members vote between 3 Pokemon to give a brand new Mega Evolution. And the options were C198, a cosmic type fossil Pokemon with a mysterious backstory, Destillo, the future-seeing armadillo, and Grimoire, the cursed spellbook. And the winner was C198, which when exposed to 198ites would evolve into Mega C198, a high-powered futuristic monstrosity whose rampage will finally serve as the catalyst for the CDF to unleash their greatest weapon. That's right, those of you who predicted this Pokemon would be important to the story are correct. Huge thank you to all my channel members. I hope you like Mega C198, and for the shiny, I went with this blue color because I thought it looked really cool and futuristic. But now let's get back into the third Pokemon. And this one will be for Sacred Blitz. They will be in the game. They're actually a very big part of the game. But anyway, Sacred, let's start by getting the power level of your Pokemon, and you are going to be an Ultra Beast. That is amazing. Now, there's only ever been one Ultra Beast that evolves, but we still spin this wheel where you have a chance to get some evolutions, but you didn't get any this time. And now let's see what typing this Ultra Beast is going to be. Your first type is the Dragon type. Okay, that is awesome. And Dragon Ghost type. That might be the coolest typing humanly possible. And the last step, before we see which Pokemon looks like, let's see if it has an X Factor, and none this time. This Pokemon is going nowhere fast. Your Pokemon is UB Sanctuary, also known as Levialost. Despite this Pokemon's super imposing size and creepy appearance, the function it serves is actually super wholesome. You see, UB Sanctuary appears to be the remnants of a once ginormous spatial dragon whose body was lost to time, and it now survives solely on its huge amount of ghostly energy, which keeps it running. And it now floats idly in space, where it's actually used as a home for several cosmic types. That's right, this Pokemon's body is so large and hollow that several Pokemon use it as a convenient place to rest while traveling through the cosmos. Like I said, surprisingly wholesome. In terms of stats, Levialost is incredibly bulky but super slow, while also having respectable special attack. And for the shiny, I turned its ghostly purple energy into a fiery red. If you liked today's episode, make sure to check out all the other episodes of the custom Pokemon series, which can be found in this playlist. I'm gonna get right back to making some awesome custom Pokemon for you, so I'll see you in the next episode, but until then, peace.